Buyer representation agreement. You're shopping for homes, texting agents, getting listings sent to your inbox, but you're still saying, I don't want to sign anything. Here's the truth. If you're getting advice, you're already working with an agent. You just don't know yet. Let's break down the buyer representation agreement. What it means in Ontario and why signing it or not signing it could affect your whole home buying journey. Hey everyone, I'm Roshan Basnet, licensed real estate broker in Ontario, and I serve the Greater Toronto area. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Where to Live in Oakville and Burlington. In this channel, I cover everything from selling your home, buying your first home, upsizing, downsizing, then everything about Oakville and Burlington. I give you tours about neighborhoods, top schools, where to eat, and entertain. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's dive in. This form is officially called Buyer Representation Agreement. It's a contract between you, buyer, and a real estate brokerage. When you sign a buyer representation agreement, you are entering into an agency relationship, meaning that agent now has the exclusive right to represent you. So don't go asking another agent to show you homes while you are under contract. That's like dating someone but sneaking out on other dates behind their back. It's a breach of commitment and could have legal consequences. Without buyer representation agreement, your agent isn't technically your agent. They're just a tour guide. Once signed, you've now hired the agent. The agent now owes you loyalty, full disclosure, confidentiality. This agreement essentially makes them your legal representative, like a lawyer would be. And it lays out what kind of property you are looking for, where, and how. Also, the agent gets paid. So when should you sign it? Most buyers wait until they fall in love with the home. That's a big mistake. This form should be signed before you see your first property or ask for any strategic advice. Without it, your agent can't legally coach you on offer strategy, pricing, or protect your best interests. Think of it as no contract, no commitment, no fiduciary duty. So now let me share something personal. I've been in this business for about a decade, and over time, I've developed my own process. When I meet new buyers like yourself for the first time, I usually say, hey, first one's on me. We don't sign anything up front, we go see a few listings. It's a chance for them to see how I work, my local knowledge, how I guide the process, and at the same time, I'm also observing, are we a good fit? Can I actually help this person? Do they value what I bring to the table? I remember once taking out a young couple. Before we even stepped into the first showing, the guy says, oh, I don't need an agent. I know real estate. I just need access to MLS, commission information, and then access to these door codes. That was my first red flag. During the showing, he was educating me on real estate, on interest rates, the global economics, macro trends. I was like, okay, man. After just 2 homes, we were standing in the driveway and I said, listen, no hard feelings here, but I don't think I'm the right fit for you. I love helping buyers who value my experience, my knowledge, and my role in the process. If you already know everything, then I'm just a door opener, and that's not how I work. And that was it. I ended the tour, wished them well, and we went our separate ways. Here's the thing. This relationship works best when there is trust and mutual respect. And I'm certainly not here to be a gatekeeper. I'm here to guide you, protect you, and help you buy smart. Now, back to the danger of implied representation. I want to take time to explain this. Here's where things can get messy. Some buyers hesitate to sign but still go house hunting, text the agents, ask for comparables, ask school zones, or even market insight. That creates what's called implied representation. Yes, Even without a signed contract, the agent has been working for you. If you then purchase with a different agent, guess what? That original agent can come after the commission and win in court. Implied representation is legally valid. So, to avoid these gray zones, just be upfront. If you are working with an agent, commit or communicate. Don't ghost them after a few weeks of effort. Now, let's address another option: self representation. Yes, in Ontario, you can absolutely buy a home on your own. No agent needed. If you are a seasoned investor, understand real estate law, contracts, negotiation strategy, zoning bylaws, hey, go for it. You'll save on commission, you control the process, but you are going up against experienced listing agents. You could miss the red flags, overpay, or mishandle legal clauses. You are fully liable for your mistakes. So, yes, it's allowed, but unless you are very confident, most people prefer representation when buying the biggest purchase of their life. If you do go self representation way, make sure you have a good lawyer behind you, and also they can draft you a purchase and sale agreement so you are getting some level of legal advice there. Then you may wonder, so how do I pick the right agent? Well, signing the buyer representation agreement is a commitment. So I say, do not rush it. Interview 3 local agents in the area you're looking to purchase your home. Choose someone who specializes in the local market, knows the neighborhood, streets, and school zones, and can tell you what sold on this block last month and what it means today. Some agents know the street even to tell you the north side is better than the south side. So if you're buying in Oakville or Burlington, don't hire someone who lives 2 hours away. You want someone who lives and breathes this area. A good agent will guide you, negotiate for you, and protect your interests, not just open doors. Now, let's unpack the key parts of the buyer representation form. First is the agreement dates. It sets the start and end dates of your relationship with that brokerage. You can negotiate this, of course. 2, property type and location. What kind of homes are you looking for and where? This defines what's covered. Then the big one, commission. This section explains how your agent gets paid. And I want you to know this, that buyers are liable to pay their buyer's agent. Some agents say, well, sellers pay all buyer commission. Not true. If it's a private sale, if it's a sale that's bank sale, that's not marketed on MLS, perhaps they do not pay the agent. But if you have a buyer representation agreement, and if you're saying there will be 2% of the purchase price, 2.5% of the price, or even a fixed amount, then buyer, you are liable to pay that commission. However, any savvy real estate agent is going to tell you that, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, this listing is paying $0, 0%, and you are liable to pay for the real estate commission. Then you as a buyer will decide what to do with that property. But it's our obligation as a buyer's agent to provide you every listing that's out there. We cannot just cherry pick ones that are paying the highest commission. It's our obligation to show you everything, explain you, and then you make the right decision. And yes, usually the seller's listing pays your agent's commission, but if not, this form tells you what you owe, if anything. Then you have section about multiple representation. Sometimes the same brokerage represents both the buyer and seller. This section explains how that's handled and what cannot be shared. And also the RICO information guide you receive from the agent is going to go in details about multiple representation. 5th, services and duties. This confirms the agent owes you full loyalty, confidentiality, and advocacy. They'll also refer properties to you and represent you in offers and negotiation. 6, confidentiality and information use. You're giving permission for your information to be used for real estate purpose. Standard practice, nothing shady here. 7, holdover clause. Let's say you saw a property during the agreement, but you buy it shortly after the contract ends. Well, you are still liable for commission. If the holdover clause says 30 to 90 days, it essentially means in that 30 to 90 days after the agent showed you that property, if you purchase it, because the agent showed you the property, provided you guidance, information perhaps about this property, you will be liable to pay for the commission that's set forth on the buyer representation agreement. So don't cut corners and let your contract expire and privately go back to the seller and say, hey, I want to buy direct. You could be in trouble. Number 8, Schedule A. This is where the agent explains the services in more detail. Think of this like the what you can expect from me section. It's all pretty transparent when you walk through it. So here are some pros and cons of working with an agent. Pros: strategic advice on pricing, help writing and negotiating offers, insider access to listings, guidance on inspections, conditions, closing, someone accountable with insurance and oversight. What are the cons? You are committed to one agent, but you owe commission if certain rules aren't followed. It's not for casual lookers. This is a formal partnership. Bottom line, if you are serious about buying, this buyer representation agreement sets out the tone for a smooth, professional experience. If you're thinking of buying in the GTA and in my local markets of Oakville and Burlington, let's have a conversation. My contact is right here. I'll walk you through the process, tour you different neighborhoods in my local markets, and help you buy smart with no pressure and no surprises. Call me, DM me, or visit my site. The link is in the description and the pinned comments. Please drop your questions in the comment section. And oh yes, I also have a private Facebook group. Please consider joining this because we are very interactive. Buyers, sellers just like you, investors, mortgage advice, and everything around real estate. And you can ask questions and you may get it faster than the YouTube comments. If this video helped you clarify things, give it a like and hit subscribe for more real estate insight. Until next time, see you again.